Hello, David here again, ready to show you how to connect the batteries now we have them loaded into our cabinet as shown in part 5. Now before we start, I just need to remind you that batteries are always live, so please treat them with respect and make sure you remove any metal items such as watches, rings and other jewellery. If you haven't yet had a chance to watch the safety precautions video in part 2, then may I suggest that you take a few minutes now and do that. Now then, you can see I'm wearing these rather lovely safety glasses. Now these are important because if there is a short, these will protect me from any flying sparks or debris. Now using fully insulated tools and the correct procedure will help minimise the risk of this happening. But it's always good to give a little respect, as the song goes. Oh, that takes me back. And stay safe. Right, let's get these batteries connected. As you can see, we have some movement with the batteries as we didn't tighten the front retaining bar fully, which makes the fitting much easier. This cabinet is designed with a channel for each battery, so they are spaced correctly. In other cabinets, you will just need to ensure that the batteries have about a 10mm gap between them. Now we're going to start on the bottom tier. First of all, remove the middle 2 covers. Now, get a connector bar from the pack. As you can see, this bar is designed to fit across the positive and negative terminals of adjacent blocks only, so it's quite straightforward. You will notice the holes in the bar are elongated. This is to allow some tolerance when fitting, so you don't have to force or put pressure on the terminals. Okay, so now that's on, we put a plain washer and then a spring washer on, and then the nut, which all comes in the fitting pack. Just hand tight for now. We'll just put the terminal covers back on these while we connect the batteries in the other 2 tiers. Okay, let's get the other batteries connected in exactly the same way. All connected. So the last thing is to tighten the front retaining brackets. So using a long reach 9/16 or 14mm in new money socket, tighten these just enough to secure them, but don't over tighten. Right, before we do anything else, did you write down the torque settings from the labels on the front of the batteries? Because you're going to need these for torquing the terminal nuts. So if you didn't, remove one of the brackets and do this now. Right, next we'll use the torque wrench to tighten all the battery terminal nuts. You'll need a 10mm insulated socket to do this, and torque the terminal nuts to the torque settings that you got off the labels on the front of the blocks. In this case it's 9 Nm or 80 inch-pounds. So set the torque wrench, tighten, add a blob of grease to each one, and then replace the covers as you go. Right, so that's all our batteries secure and interconnected. So now we can connect the positive and negative supply and return cables. Okay, before we connect the cables on this side, let's just double check that the circuit breakers are off, which on this cabinet is in the down position. Fix the cable to the leftmost negative terminal post of the battery and fix with a plain washer, spring washer and nut provided, and torque to 9 Nm or 80 inch-pounds. Just a final smear of grease and then we can put the cover back on. Remove the left-hand side breakout tab to allow access for the negative cable. And we can repeat the exact same process for the others. Good. So now we do the same on the other side. Starting with the bottom rightmost battery, remove the terminal cover and then remove the right-hand side breakout tab. Now, fix the right-hand cable to the rightmost positive terminal post of the battery and fix with the plain washer, spring washer and nut provided, and torque to 9 Newton meters or 80 inch-pounds, like this. So just a final smear of grease and then we can put the cover back on. And voila! Now we'll do the other 2 tiers on this side. And finally, replace the hot bus bar insulation cover and tighten the flange nuts. If this is correct, then switch on all the circuit breakers. And that's it. Your batteries are now all connected and ready to switch on. Now the switch on will depend on your site and type of installation. But remember, it is highly recommended that this is done by an authorised person. In summary, remember, batteries are always live. Treat them with respect. If at any point you are unsure about what you are doing, stop and seek advice. Remove any personal items such as watches, rings or jewellery. Read the installation manuals. Wear safety glasses. Fit connectors. Refit retaining brackets. Tighten all terminal nuts to correct torque. Connect positive and negative cables. Replace the hot bus bar insulation cover. Switch on circuit breakers. Commission charge batteries.